Hi, and welcome to Dos Mocos News, the Dos Mocos podcast. I am Nick, and on tonight's news episode, we hear about Trump and his indictment down in Fulton County, Georgia, when he finally turned himself in to be arrested. Also, Sleepy Joe. We find Joe Biden sleeping in Hawaii. More on those stories coming up here soon with Dos Mocos News and Dos Mocos Podcast. And a little bit more about Donald Trump and his indictment. Trump tonight, or rather last night, Trump surrendered at the Fulton County Jail, where he will be booked and processed on charges of racketeering and conspiracy in relation to his effort to overturn the 2020 election. Donald Trump had contacted people here in Fulton, Georgia, to try and get 11,000 votes for the 2020 election to try and win. I don't know all the news about that, but from what I'm hearing now, yes? Okay, so what I've just heard now is that we are the first to get a press interview with Donald Trump in Fulton County Jail. We will go to that live now. Thank you for coming, Mr. Trump.
First of all, it's not China this time, but I would like to thank you for having me on your program.
Mm-hmm.
I am Donald Trump.
What is it like in there?
I think I'm not doing too bad here in Fulton County Jail. They even have my number.
Mm-hmm.
With this indictment, they also let me keep my handcuffs as souvenirs. I think it's pretty cool. They can lock in and out. These are real handcuffs. Maybe I'll try them out later. Okay. I also think it's pretty cool that in the first 10 minutes of being inside Fulton County Jail, I met my neighbor, Sally, in this pond. Travell Jones, the 13th. He is an African American, and he is doing good. He has learned a lot and is teaching me a lot about chess. He also taught me how to make my first shank. I think I did a pretty good job. This is just an old screwdriver I found in the toilet. That's why it's brown. But I also commandeered some duct tape made in the United States of America, not in China. Okay,
have you read anything recently?
I also have been reading a little bit. You got this book in here. It's pretty good. It's upside down. It's the Holy Bible. It's the only good book. The only book you need to read. Okay?
Right.
So while being in here in Fulton County Jail in Georgia,
have you had anything to eat?
I've had not so bad experience. I've had my first dinner tray. It was more like a paper bag with peanut butter and jelly. The jelly, you gotta squirt on the bread. It's not too bad. It's chips and cookie. I got some fresh milk. I'm okay. So, anyways, I'll be out soon. Trump 2024. Make America great again.
Right.
Even if it's from behind bars. I am former president, soon to be former president again, Donald Trump, 45. I learned that in here too, from Travell's partner, his Sally.
And what's his name?
Tylenol.
Yeah.
Again, thank you for having me on your program. It was great to be here.
Well, we'd like to thank you for coming on our program.
Okay.
One more question. What is your height and
Yeah,
weight? Everybody's dying to
that
know.
is such a good and smart
Mm-hmm.
question. I'm not sure as to why the news and everybody wants to know my real height and
Mm-hmm.
weight. I don't know. I don't know. So, first of all, my
Yeah.
hands, these are not my real hands. These are stunt hands. Robert, the producer, is really
Mm-hmm.
my real hands. Okay, I gotta put that out there. I gotta put that out there. Okay, so
Yeah.
my weight,
Mm-hmm.
you've seen it now, probably by now on the news. It's it's all fake news from China. Okay, from China. I weigh 238 pounds and I'm 6'2". Okay, so no more questions.
Well, thank you, former President Donald Trump.
Good night.
And that concludes our little press conference with former President Donald Trump. We would like to thank him for taking his time to join us on Dos Mocos News through Dos Mocos Podcast. Apparently, we only had a little bit of time with him. He has other press junkets to do with like NBC, CNN, the usual stuff. But now on to Joe Biden. Did he really fly to Hawaii just to take a nap during a disaster relief conference? I think he did. We're going to take a look at that now. And now on to Joe Biden in, and forgive me, I'm probably going to butcher this name, Lahaina, Hawaii, uh, on August 21st. There are a lot of fact checkers claiming that Biden didn't fall asleep. Now, from the clip that I've watched, personally, it looked like he did fall asleep. I mean, the man is old. He's clearly not in his right mind in a lot of ways. Um, I don't think he's doing too well in many facets of things. And unfortunately, the clip that I'm about to show, it correct me if I'm wrong, it looks like he's sleeping. And he has slept in the past. And yes, everybody has a right to sleep. Everybody's human. Everybody can fall asleep. I've fallen asleep. I've fallen asleep in church. I've fallen asleep at other events, school, tons of times. And the president is supposed to be the hardest job in America, but if you're going to go to these conferences about the wildfires in Hawaii, especially, you you should at least take some smelling salts or energy drinks or something to wake yourself up so you don't get this type of bad press that he's been getting in the news if he wants to be in a better light. Um, and again, it's very unfortunate that of what's happening in Hawaii. There's a lot of people that have died, unfortunately, and a lot of homes have been taken, properties have been destroyed. I'm not personally sure how the wildfires have started. Um, I mean, obviously, yes, they are wildfires, but it's probably due to like lava or rocks or again, I don't know. I'm not a geologist. I don't know anything about uh, really the geography of Hawaii, but I'm sure it had to do with heat or dry brush or something like that. But all in all, we would like to take this time now to show our respect from Dos Mocos News and Dos Mocos Podcast to the families who have lost so much, have lost loved ones, friends, family, their homes, livestock, their jobs, everything, because it is important to show support to everybody, not just here in America, but everybody in the world. The people that are still dealing with the war in Russia and Ukraine, people in the Philippines, Germany, just everywhere. Everybody has a lot of issues, and we like to present a lot of comedy on this channel, but our hearts go out to everyone in the world. But you know, for us, definitely Hawaii in these current times, and we are also having a fundraiser through Dos Mocos podcast, and you can find that at GoFundMe. And we have just decided. Originally, the fundraiser was originally just for the growth of our podcast to get better equipment and celebrities and different, people to interview to come on. But we have just decided to take a portion of those proceeds and send it to the relief efforts in Hawaii and to help them out. So we'll be doing the GoFundMe here shortly. But if you want to, donate to that, we'll have the links for that down below. But again, back to Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, as they call him. Like I said, if I were in his position and I had just got off of a flight, however many hours it is from DC to Hawaii, I would be taking smelling salts or an energy drink or something to keep my ass awake. I mean, you are representing your country, and you need to show that. That's just what I think personally. And I mean, it's funny. He's falling down. He's riding bicycles, falling down. He's eating ice cream. Probably fell down later. He's falling asleep everywhere, and it's rather comical, at least to me, and a lot of other people that I've talked to. But here, without any further ado, is a clip of Joe Biden apparently sleeping at the Hawaii event in Hawaii, and you guys be the judges for yourselves, and tell us in the comments below. And here's that clip now.
Like many others who left with nothing, they too were given clothes, food, and shelter by someone they may have never met before. We are a community that relies on family, on ohana, whether by blood or by friendship. But like many others, my son's home burned down. My daughter's home burned down.
And there you have it. Now, you can tell us down below in the comments what you think about that video and what you think about this video at Dos Mocos News to Dos Mocos Podcast. I am Nick. Good day and good night.